I hope it's better than last time, because the last time we got a Tesla was not very good. Still noticing a few fit and finish critiques. Looking a little popped out. There is a scratch in this paint. I don't know if that's damage, just like white specks. There's already a lot of like scuffs and scratches in the paint. Because of some of the inventory discounts on Tesla's website that have been popping up, and using my referral/loyalty discount, which you can also use if you want to get some free months of supercharging, plus the $7,500 EV tax credit, which I qualify for, the Model Y has suddenly become actually pretty affordable. So I went ahead and ordered one of these discounted Tesla Model Ys to see if it was worth it. So they just told us it was in spot 28. They said that they didn't wipe down the front bumper, so he was wiping it down for us, and we'll see what it looks like. This is the third Model Y that I've gotten delivered, so I do have a collection of accessories and things that I like to make my car either more useful or look better, and I'll put those all in the description down below. Oh, this is actually new. They switched to Pirellis, so it's a new tire. There's some, I don't know if that's damage or if that's whatever they had wrapped it in before, and it can get scraped off. I hope that can get scraped off. In transit, it got some dirt under it, but that's overall fine. For a new car, you can see some smudges here. Tesla should probably work out their new vehicle detailing process, because the cars come a little dirty, and it's a little annoying. Observation though, the general build seems pretty good. This is a scratch. So there is a scratch in this paint. I can feel it here. So this is that visible on the camera? Yeah. Here's a scratch on the paint. Brake pedal is dirty. I mean, I'm gonna swap that out anyway, but it did come dirty. See, like even small stuff like this, right? Like this wasn't wiped down properly. Just like white specks, and then that extends into here. So I don't know if it was I don't know what that is. It is just weird, like very weird, to be delivering a new $50,000 car that's just got like specks of stuff in it and around it. Yeah, so you can see it if you follow my finger. There's already a lot of like scuffs and scratches in the paint, which feels weird. Brand new. Testing to make sure the trunk opens up. Does parcel shelf, something that's new to me, is nice. It's like general dust and stuff around. Not the cleanest of brand new cars. The trunk generally looks good. Could use a wipe down though. I actually like the material of this. It's pretty like sturdy. Make sure it closes properly. Oh, that's a different noise. Rear passengers on the window here. There's just a bunch of these white specks. Kind of strange. I really hope they fix this scratch. This one's pretty big. Been testing more things, so just making sure that the glove box works, because mine did not last time. Primary things are like the car could use a wipe down, and then the paint quality slash the headlight. Testing to make sure that the frunk works and everything looks good inside. Frunk looks nice and clean. Notably, the frunk looked just really dirty on my previous Model Y upon delivery, so this does look better. Also gonna make sure that the seat fold down works. Let's see. Oh, the buttons are a little different, I guess, but all right. That went down, and that went down. So that works all right. Maybe I'll have them see if they can kind of reseat this. So I will say that I do like being able to take delivery at the Tesla service center, because I've had much more time to walk around and kind of do a more thorough inspection. That being said, there were scratches in the paint, stuff on the headlight, headliner, misalignment, and just like general, once again, dirtiness, like white speckled stuff. It's not like a huge deal, but once again, very strange that a brand new car would have this stuff. The delivery guy saw the scratches and he said that, yeah, sorry, this should not happen. So they took it to the back to buff it out. Hopefully it looks better in 10-15 minutes. They also are going to wipe everything down again, because just he was also perplexed. He was like, why is this happening? This doesn't look very good. But the two things, so the headliner, that would need to be a service visit, and then the little ding in the paint, that might also need to be a service visit. So we'll see about that. Been here for about an hour and a half. I get pretty bad luck with my Teslas. Now it is visible in certain light, but not nearly as bad. And they did wipe down most of the interior, getting rid of some of those white specks. So I am in the new 2023 Tesla Model Y that I just drove away with. They weren't able to fix all of the paint stuff. They did make it look significantly better. They were considering allowing me to detail it for free, essentially. They would bring it to a third-party shop. We ended up spending about 2 hours there, which was not great. My home delivery was only like 15 minutes. And here, this one took quite a long time and was a bit frustrating. You hear that noise? Sounds like it's coming from somewhere in the rear right side of the back row of seats. Put in a service ticket, added that to the list of the other things. Like on certain roads, it's so loud. Like it's just so constant. I feel like Tesla's gotta start, I don't know, doing some sort of rattle testing before handing off to customers, because that's pretty bad. This car, interior wise, not significantly better than the Fremont builds. This is an Austin build, so I am a little disappointed that it's not significantly better like I expected it to be. As far as going from 2022 to 2023, and we're at the back end of 2023, so I actually assumed that normally past October, November is when Tesla changes the model year. Maybe that's an indicator that there's something bigger coming for 2024, pre the expected Juniper update, which is honestly the one that I'm really waiting for. So this is more of an in-between car for me. But is it worth going from 2022 to 2023? The answer is going to be no. The suspension is noticeably nicer, and not really on the small little bumps, like the little ridges. There's still a decent amount of vibration that comes into the cabin. You do feel the road quite a bit, but it's significantly better for bigger bumps. So like driving over a small pothole, going over that little lip on a curb for like, entering a lot or whatever. It's significantly more comfortable for scenarios like that. The trade-off is potentially slightly floatier turning. Honestly, I feel it a little bit where when you do a harsher turn with some acceleration, I feel like I have, a little bit less control over that turn, but overall, worth it to reduce the really harsh vibrations that would previously come in 2022 and before Model Ys, when you would hit any sort of, rough patch in the road. There's the small stuff though, so the interior trim is slightly different. I do like the more carpeted feel. The front sort of extension of the dash looks fine to me. I don't really mind it or like it more than the others. The lack of white panel on the rear seats is a little bit of a bummer, because I did like that white, but overall not a huge deal either. They do have illuminated cup holders, so the cup holders that are in the doors at night, they actually look pretty cool. That's a really nice touch that was added sometime in the last year. I really like that. But on this 2023 Model Y Austin build, it's still kind of got the same pitfalls as buying, or my experience at least, buying from Tesla in the past. Immediately during pickup, there's been issues all 3 times, and they're all documented on the YouTube channel, so you could go and look at any of those. This time it was paint, trim, rattles, and just once again, lack of kind of keeping it clean. My first Tesla Model Y was actually pretty clean when I picked it up. Like, I didn't notice anything. But my second and third ones, they were just kind of messy and dirty. It seems like it's something that they should be able to manage, and it's honestly quite surprising that they don't. So I know that there have been Model Y deliveries that have gone flawlessly, cars that have been perfectly built. I helped a neighbor or a family friend pick up a Model Y a few months ago, and other than a really slight misalignment on part of the front trim where the bumper meets the rest of the car's body, it was, other than that, pretty much flawless. Like, no bumps, no rattles, interior trim pieces were all well aligned, had really decent fit and finish. For those of you who have said, I've had a perfect experience, all these videos are fake, which I've seen in the comments, no, they are real, and I've seen both sides. And for those of you who say Tesla quality is trash, well, it is sometimes, that's for sure. And I really like the Model Y. I think it's one of the best cars you could buy for the price. And especially when they add the Tesla Model 3's updates into it from China. So like the ventilated seats, the new interior quality, the ambient light, all those sorts of things. I do think that I will get another Model Y because I think the size, the practicality, the performance, the comfort is overall really good. And of course, it's a Tesla that has access to the supercharger network. So I really like the Model Y, but the delivery process, just the customer experience, especially if you're not like a tech savvy person and you're a busy person who doesn't want to be spending a lot of time and thought into the car once you've gotten delivered to go get it serviced. It's tough. It's like actually just a rough experience. We were there for longer than I expected, had more issues than expected, and every single time I've gotten 3 Tesla Model Ys, every single time there have been relatively significant issues on delivery. It's just not pleasant. It's a big letdown for the Tesla customer experience because the product is so good that if they fixed that, like, it'd be such a great overall experience. But it really does leave you with a sour taste in your mouth. And as someone who's gotten 3 Model Ys, the accessories are really important for me. So wheel cap covers, put on immediately. Matte glass screen protector, put on immediately. I like having these nicer brake pedals and floor mats and all these sorts of things. So you can check down that list in the description down below to Amazon links where you can get all of that stuff. The one big regression though that we do have to talk about is vision. Tesla vision for parking is really bad. I think that there is a future in which Tesla vision could be better than the ultrasonic sensors. And the reason I think that is because the ultrasonic sensors were a bit high off the ground, and so if you had a low curb, what would often happen is while you're approaching the curb, it would show you, how far away you are from the curb, but as you got within a foot of it, it would disappear. And so if it was maybe one of those higher parking blocks, it could scrape your under panel if you weren't careful about that. Now, with vision, when you're driving up to it, it tries to keep that first curb, that first point of contact, as the primary thing that it is keeping track of. If they can solve that, then it would actually be better. But as of now, pretty much a year after they started removing the ultrasonic sensors, it is still way worse. Especially I use in my old car, I would use 17 inches exactly to park because I didn't have a lot of space to open the trunk when it was in my garage, where I could also close the garage door without it scraping the front. So there was only a few inches of wiggle room for me. In this car, I cannot rely on the numbers because even if I'm completely stationary, the numbers are changing up and down, sometimes 5 inches while I haven't even moved at all. So it's just like, I can't rely on the numbers. Now I have to specifically line up the border of my camera with something on the ground in my garage to make that more reasonable for me. So that is how I bought a discounted Tesla Model Y. As I said, it was about $2,500 off the MSRP, and while you can't negotiate like you can at dealerships, lately, Tesla has been consistently discounting their inventory vehicles in the last month of the quarter. These discounts are applied based on the amount of time that car has been sitting on the lot, but unfortunately, extra time sitting on that lot does not equate to more quality checks. If you're looking to buy a new Tesla soon, let me know what discounts you're finding in those comments down below. I'm interested in hearing how low they can go, and I'm also interested in seeing what comes next for the Tesla Model Y. I hope you enjoyed this video or found it helpful. If you want, you can use my referral link in the description down below. That typically gives you either some discounts off of your car, or also months of free supercharging, FSD, things like that. But I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.